If you're watching this, you relate to theme parks somehow. Whether you're in love with their Halloween events, you're a coaster enthusiast like me, or just the average person, you relate to theme parks somehow. Fright Fest is an event at Six Flags theme parks all across North America. And I just went to my first Halloween event at a theme park, Six Flags Great America's Fright Fest, on October 22nd with my mom and my friend Alice. In this video, I will be talking about the all-out experience, the 7 rides we went on, and my 41st coaster credit. My name is Coasters Are Us, and get ready for my first Six Flags Fright Fest, the full story. So, the story starts around 4 days before we even went, where Alice was saying, and I quote, "I better be chased by someone with a chainsaw or I won't be happy." For any kids watching this video, this event is called foreshadowing. But every day, got an index card on my desk in first period Honors English 9, with writing like 4 days until the bull rages or 2 days until Superman flies. The bull has been raging since 1999 and Superman has been flying since like 2002 or 2003, thank you very much. So now, you've been caught up for the most part, and now the day of October 22nd was finally here. I picked up Alice and the trek north started. At Bolingbrook, we stopped for some mod pizza, and another coaster enthusiast works there. We got pizzas for lunch. Well, of course, it's mod pizza. And continued the trip up. 5:12 is when we got out of guest services for my ADA pass, and we just headed straight to Whizzer. My friend Alice has only been on 6 coasters before that day. Little Dipper, when it was at Kiddieland, not Great America, and the 5 coasters at Indiana Beach in Monticello, you guessed it, Indiana. So, Whizzer beat everything but Steel Hog, and to be fair, I don't know how this is considered a family coaster. We just got some, insane positive G's. And the queue was themed to a laboratory, whatever you prefer. Since it's one of the Fright Fest themed rides. Who would have guessed? Yeah. But, there was a laboratory with some evil scientists experimenting on humans and turning them into zombies. Alice loved the ride, and since it was still not bad lines, we decided to wait a short line for a demon. Alright, if you didn't know, Demon got stuck upside down in April of 1996. The Black Train, to be precise. Alice was worrying that we get stuck upside down, but instead of getting the Black Train, which got stuck upside down, we got the Yellow Train instead. Sitting in the front row, I got my first coaster credit. My 41st, not first, oh my god. 41st coaster credit. Going through a tamed tunnel and now on the chain lift, Alice was freaking out how it was kind of jerky, and the rest of the rides were, literally, the rest of this ride was filled with her shrieks. Honestly, I love Demon except for one thing. On the first corkscrew, I hit my ear so bad, it was literally in pain for a while, but after that we went to the Southwest Territory. So Alice tried to pressure me on the giant drop, but I vowed to never do drop towers again after a certain experience, which I will be uploading shortly, don't worry, but we made it to the coaster Alice was the most excited for the entire time, Raging Bull, also known as the best B&M hyper in existence. Neither of us were scared on the entire ride. We both had our hands up the entire time, and as for me, there was barely any moment on that ride where I wasn't out of my... We had amazing pictures, but due to the next events of the night, we would quickly forget us. about buying pictures. We went back closer to Whizzer and Demon, where you could find a Halloween-themed ride, Terror Twister 2, formerly Chewbasco, or the Teacups, whatever you prefer. Around now, the characters finally become to come out, but we were in Terror Twister 2. It's a fun ride, but I can't really explain it. Just a lot of strobe lights and loud music combined with teacups, I guess. After that, we had to pass the first scare zone, known as the Demon Scare Zone, to get to American Eagle. My mom doesn't do well with scares, and as you will find out later, same with Alice, but I had the time of my life. Characters just passing by, and the one time I actually got scared in the scare zone was the stupidest reason to be jump scared ever. So there was this guy, and he was just standing there, and all three of us saw him, and then he just jumps off the stage, and then just, all three of us just scream at the top of our lungs. But after that, we were disappointed that Crazy Cars, a ride that we joked around about for a few days before, was closed because it's a kiddie ride and it's Fright Fest. But we used my ADA pass to ride my best ride on American Eagle yet. I don't know if you know this, but my mom doesn't do rides as well, so she just sits while we do them. But Allison and I boarded the best wooden coaster that I've ever been on and got the best ride yet, jam-packed with ejector airtime. It just felt like we were going at double the speed. I'm not sure if that's night or anything, but then Johnny Rockets came and we had to wait an hour for food. So, while Mom was almost done waiting in line, we decided to go on Goliath. RMC makes amazing rides. And night rides are the best rides around. And back row has the most intensity. Combine them all, and you got Alice, a GP, excited, and me, a coaster enthusiast, scared out of my mind, a literal atheist, praying to God. So, as soon as we left, however, right here in the video, my hands just went in the air like there was no tomorrow, and we both enjoyed it so much. Just look at this. It's so intense. How you go into that half loop down, then you go below the actual ground into a 0G stall. Goliath is just so perfect. But then we got on to the foreshadowing. We ate and went to the scare zone that connected the areas of Goliath and Camp Cartoon, who was on a bridge. And Alice and Mom were both scared, and it was really funny because I just did a little dance on the bridge just to joke around to them and be like, ha ha, you're scared, I'm not. And that, those seconds before, the character just jump scared me. And then now Alice was really spooked, on the verge of a panic attack. And, you know how I said we were talking about foreshadowing? A familiar whirring of a certain weapon rang in our ears, and Alice just freaked out and ran. Now we were stuck between a rock and a hard place, or, if you want to be technical about it, a chainsaw and a scare bridge. I managed to get one of those security workers, and she escorted us through when we were going to ride X-Flight, but then we decided against it. But in the area, I was facing them, walking backwards, and I saw a character walking up behind them. So I could barely keep it in for a few seconds before releasing a wheeze that Alice said that I sounded like a creepy scare actor myself. But I didn't need to do the scaring because the scaring actor behind them just did. So, funny thing is, she offered me a job at Fright Fest since I am so good at scaring others. I mean, all they have to do is look at my face. But I am 13 and not 16 yet, so 3 years and the clock is ticking down. So, then we went to Viper, and I had an amazing time on the Cyclone clone, actually. But Alice did not. She thought it was too bumpy and it kind of hurt. But even still, we managed to survive our first ever Fright Fest. Can't wait to do it next year. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. And if you want to get a heart from me and a possible shout out in the next video, comment the number 16. And have a fun time browsing the aisles of Coasters R Us.